Here's the word for the day: anendophasia, sometimes written as, is the scientific term for the absence or near absence of an inner voice or inner speech, also called internal dialogue or verbal thinking. It was coined by researchers in 2024. The word comes from Greek roots, without and inner and speech. What it means, people with that thing don't hear words, sentences, or running commentary in their minds when thinking. They may instead think in concepts, images, feelings, or other nonverbal ways. So when it comes to sad music, I have a lot of feelings. I do think in images. I'd rather press a button on a video recorder that has a picture of a triangle for play instead of reading a word called play. And I do think in concepts quite often. Their minds can feel quiet compared to those with typical inner speech. And I do have arguments with myself and have conversations with people who aren't, I'm kind of saying, well, I should have said this to them. I should have said that. In actuality, it's probably better left unsaid. So it's not a disorder. You can read that if you want. The effects of it, you can read, stop, pause, and read that if you want. So it's relatively a new area of research inspired by a growing awareness of variations in mental experiences. It's funny, I came up, heard the word thought experiment, and I'd rather say the word thought experience because of this concept. So if somebody writes something down on my gravestone, it's Eric Avalon, the creator of the thought experience. So anyhow, that's all I really wanted to say. And if anybody else thinks this way, I hope peace and blessings to all. A unique ability for humans to have an inner dialogue. Oh, this is what I wanted to end up with. Sometimes you'll just be sitting there in church, and you get an image or a mental picture, or you hear a thought or an accusation. Hey, sometimes you can think of that. Hey, that's not my thought. That's something else. I didn't want that thought. Comes into my consciousness, and then I get accused for having that thought. Well, I would say, just say to yourself, that's not me, and then hang up.